I've heard 3 pops. 3 more to go. The sound of every canner loves to hear. Pop, pop, pop. Hey y'all, welcome to Simply Jan Homestead. Today, we're going to can. I was tagged by Joyce at Moore's Patch of Heaven, and I'm canning cucumbers and making pickles today. I will tell you that the biggest part of it is preparation. So we have our dill, our little dill sprigs, our garlic, and this recipe I'm making calls for some onions. So I bought these little red onions at the farmer's market today. Carrots and squash, oh yeah. And this recipe calls for pickles, your pickling spice, your canning and pickling salt, white vinegar. So 4 cups of water, 4 cups of white vinegar, and a half cup of salt. And you're gonna bring that to a boil. I've already brought it to a boil. And I have my canner heating up. And I'm going to start with 5 quarts of, pints, I'm sorry. 5 pints of cucumbers. And I'm going to just pack these in. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is I added pickle crisp granules. So for every pint you put an 1/8 teaspoon in. For every quart you will put a 1/4 teaspoon in. Pickling, oh goodness, pickle crisp granules. And then I put pickling spices. I did a teaspoon and a half. And so this batch I'm making about a 1/2 inch cucumber slices, and I'm packing those. And then once I get them all packed, you want to leave an inch head space on your cucumbers, so you can put your garlic and then a couple slices of your onion. Now I've never done onion before, so this is going to be something new for me. So I'm going to get these packed and I'll be back. So just a quick note, it calls for small cucumbers, but if, like me, you had bigger ones, you can cut them in half and just put them in the jars. So we have all our seasonings on the bottom, our dill sprigs, our garlic, and our onion in the jars, and our pickle crisp granules. Now the next recipe I'm making is going to be this package, and I'm going to put some jalapenos in there and just spice it up. I've never tried that, but I heard it's really good, so that'll be the next batch I make. And I'll be excited to see how that turns out. So I'm bringing the water back to a boil, and I will ladle it into each jar very carefully. And then, let's see. Of course, when I need it, I don't have it over here. I will take this and I will pick up my jars very carefully and place them in the canner. Okay, so as soon as this gets done boiling, we'll start putting, well, it's boiling now, so we're going to go ahead and start putting that in the jars. And remember, you want to leave an inch headspace. That one I might have got a little too full. So let's see. An inch headspace. I'm gonna have to take a little bit out. It's a little bit, just a little bit. I'll take a little spoonful out, and I can put that in the other jar. And there we go. Okay, I'll be back after I fill all these up. All right, and one other thing I wanted to tell you is after you fill them, go ahead and make sure, all the air pockets are out. I just sort of mush it down there a little bit, and make sure your rims are clean. And then you hand tighten your lid and put it into your canner. Okay, y'all, it's been 10 minutes and I'm going to take the jars out very carefully. They are hot. And we will place them on a towel and let them cool. And pretty soon, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. And one-handed. Oh, come on. Hold on. My little tong thing is sticking. Maybe I need to lube it or something. Or use it more. Come on off of there. And you're just gonna let these cans sit. Excuse me, y'all. And you'll hear the lids pop. And when the lids pop, that they are ready. Let me move this out. Now this recipe called for 5 pint jars, but I actually got 6 because there's leftovers, leftover brine, and I had plenty to make 6 pints. And I cannot wait to taste these. Now it says once they've sealed to let them sit for about a week, and all that flavor will go into it. And it'll just be way better than if you eat them right away after they pop. And for us, the idea is to have that storage for food. And, just in the winter when you can't, you can still get cucumbers, but when you don't have them, you can just pop open the jar and you can have them. Now I'm reading over this other recipe, and it calls for 50 cucumbers, 9 to 11 pounds. I don't have 9 to 11 pounds. So I'm going to remake the brine I just did. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna half the bag and put half and half. Half the brine I just used and half of this, and see how it turns out. You know, not much can go wrong, can it? So I wanted to thank Joyce at Morris Patch of Heaven for inviting me to do this collaboration. And I am going to be tagging Move North Homestead, T&S Dogs and Dragonflies, and Salongirl Gardens. You're it. Have fun. Thanks for watching, y'all. Be blessed and love well. Bye now.